Hey guys, just in my grow room. It's a little bit of a mess again. It's a constant project to clean it up. Now that I'm filming myself, I can see that my space blanket has fallen down behind this shelf. See, that's a wad of duct tape. I'm gonna have to duct tape that back up. But we're in the process of, this is Jay's hydroponic system that he grows us greens in. He harvested the last of it this weekend, and let's get ready to tear that out because I'm gonna have to start utilizing these shelves soon, because the shelves to the side, which the lights are on, not very flattering light for filming, but let's see if I can do it here. I got onions and some super hot peppers, which haven't come up yet. They're home saved seed, so I'm getting to the point I'm not real optimistic about them. But I've got petunias going, shallots, onions. So the petunias, I'm trying to grow my own petunias this year. It's the first year I've ever done them. I've done a few petunias here and there, but it's been very haphazard. I'm trying to start my own this year just because buying flats of petunias is outrageously out of my budget. So I'm going into the petunia growing whatever. Just because I usually plant a lot of petunias on my front porch and in my greenhouse, and in my pots and my baskets. Petunias are one of my favorite flowers to have trailing out of the pots. Petunia seed is not cheap, people. I mean, you can get basic petunias that are just like a mix, nondescript, a variety that is relatively economical. But if you want any of like the Wave series or the Daddy series that are big performers, and you don't have to deadhead all the time, and they don't get super sprawly, you know, which is usually the varieties that you see at nurseries, it is not cheap to buy petunia seeds. I ordered mine this year from True Leaf Market, and I got 3 or 4, maybe 5 different kinds. Let's see, I got Petunia Red Daddy, I got Petunia Blue Super Cascade, I think I got a Blue Daddy. I think I got one more variety too. What's this? Red Daddy, Blue Daddy, yeah, Cascade. I got one more that I think, oh, that's delphiniums. Where did they go? Oh, too many seeds. Extreme close up. Red Wave. So this is a, you can see 12 cells. It came in, I planted 10 because it came in a package of 10. So for like the normal seed price, I want to say it was $4 or $5. That's the normal seed packet price these days. I got 10 seeds. So I splurged on these because I really liked them. The others were a little bit more economical. They were packets of, I want to say 25, and these are 40 cells. That's why I've got half and half. So this is one variety, and then I have a second tray that has another variety, and then it's half one seed packet is split between the 2 trays. So I guess I ordered 4 varieties then. So I'm gonna see how it goes. Next year I am gonna maybe shop for a different source and try to get some varieties that I like. You have to start them way early to get them to where they're flowering when you buy them at the nursery. I totally went on a petunia tangent. That is totally not at all why I started filming this. So one thing that I did want to talk about, and I'm super guilty of this, so this is like gardener therapy corner, is I belong to several gardening groups on Facebook and Instagram. I wouldn't say several, I would say the majority of the stuff that I follow is either garden, chickens, cooking, canning, spiders. I just started following a spider feed, which I really like. This lady raises and keeps spiders, and they're super cute. Anyway, I saw a post where somebody had, it was a local Siskiyou County gardening group, and somebody was building raised beds, and they had posted asking a question from the group for input on how to do whatever they were doing with the raised beds. But actually I don't even remember if it was this person commented that I know I'm way behind, and just reading that first statement like hit home so hard because I perpetually feel like I'm behind. I am behind. When I get done filming this, I have over on the table a bunch of seeds spread out that I am going to be starting here. It's a Friday, but it's my Friday off. I have every other Friday off of work, and it's afternoon. It's like 12:30. It's taken me this long to get motivated after the end of a super hectic week. But I should have started these seeds that are on the table, some of them 2 weeks ago, so I am behind. But I constantly try to rephrase that mindset and, reframe it in my mind that you are never behind in gardening, just like you are never done in gardening. Nothing is ever complete. It's a journey. It's a lifetime journey if you are passionate about gardening and growing things. So I'm trying to stop using that phrasing. It doesn't matter if you're behind. It's the calendar wheel. It's going to come back around. So, the wheel of the year, it's a cycle. So what you don't get to this year, you may get to next year. You may not get to next year. Some years are good for some things. Some years are bad for some things. I don't get upset anymore when something fails. That's why I plant extra of whatever I'm doing. This year may be a squash year and not a zucchini year. Next year may be, a squash year and not a tomato year. Next year may be a brassica year. Every year is different, and every year something does stellar, and every year something is a complete fail, and there is no way that you can predict what it's going to be, the conditions. It's Mother Nature, and just when you think you got it mastered, she's going to slap you down because that's what she does. And so I just wanted to speak to that about being behind. I'm a task driven type A personality. I'm like, go, go, go. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. I am totally guilty to the time fallacy, which for those that aren't familiar, who haven't taken psychology classes, that is where you underestimate the amount of time that a job is going to take you. And you set yourself up for failure because you feel like it should take you this amount of time, and it takes you 6 times longer because it's the time fallacy. We all think that things are not going to take us as much time as what they do. So you just have to slow down, take a breath. You're not behind. Wherever you are in the gardening journey, that's fine. And if you haven't done anything, just start. Just pick one thing and just start. Like my greenhouse has been destroyed this year. I still got to fix it. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it somehow. And if I don't, then I'll be growing stuff in the greenhouse without it being a greenhouse, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what the year brings. So, I just wanted to really talk about that and stress that. And again, these videos are as much for myself as they are for everybody else that I do them. My garden tours and everything, I reference them back so that I can remember what the hell I'm doing. And I just realized too how important that is, because my daughter just this week found my blog from like 2000 and I don't know when I started it, 2006, somewhere in there. And I did it up, and I don't know when I stopped, honestly, 2015, something like that. It's on WordPress, so if you want to look it up, it's the Potato Plant Press, and there's a whole story as to why I named it that. But and it has to do with gardening. Shocker there. Spoiler alert. But I documented a lot of stuff when the kids were little. That is just really so fun to read now because they're not little anymore. And it's gonna make me teary. But yeah, it was really cool to go back and look at some of that stuff. I had completely forgotten about it, hadn't even thought about it in many, many years, and I don't even know why Savannah ran across it online. but she did, and we've all been sharing some of the pictures and screenshots in our family group chat, and it's been super fun to look back at some of that stuff. And I used to document the funny shit that the kids used to say because it's gold, hysterical. Definitely if you're having a down day, if I'm having a down day, I can go back and read that, and it's super funny. So I'm not behind, you're not behind, we're not behind. If you're gardening, just pick up where you're at and keep chugging along. Here's to growing all the things.